Welcome to page 12 of your Excel packet, Subtracting Integers. You should be on page 12, worksheet 7.5. Before we start this worksheet together, let's review the rules for subtracting integers. Use the blank backside of your previous page. The back of page 11. Now, in order to subtract integers, we need to cover the rules for adding integers. We will use these rules to help us come up with the final answer. We know if we have like signs, we're going to add our integers. But if we have unlike signs, we're going to subtract our positives and our negatives. Let's do a few examples. Please take down these notes on your page. If you have a -2 plus a -7, those are like signs. Both are negative. When you add, you get a -9. If you have a +2 plus a +7, and of course we don't always put the positive symbol in there, but you get a +9. Let's take a look what happens when we have unlike signs. A -10 plus a +3. Well, we certainly have more negatives, so we know negatives will be left over. And as we find the difference between the two, we get a -7. However, if we get a problem like this, +10 plus -4, we know we have way more positive units present. So as we combine together a +10 and a -4, we subtract and get a +6. Once again, the positive in front of the 6 is not necessary. The point of reviewing the rules for addition is that we're going to use these rules to help solve our subtraction problem. Let's take a look at a problem. If I give you -2 minus -5, we have to solve this equation. But we're going to use the KCC rule to rewrite this subtraction problem as an addition problem. Keep, change, change. The -2 is going to stay the same. However, this becomes plus and the -5 becomes a +5. Now that it's written as an addition problem, we're going to use the rules for addition in order to figure out the answer to this equation. Because they're different signs, you're going to subtract. You should get a +3, which of course is the answer to the subtraction problem, +3. Let's try another one. If I give you -6 minus 4 equals blank. That 4, of course, is a +4. We don't always put the symbol in there, but that certainly is a +4. In order to solve this, we would have to apply the keep, change, change rule. We know the -6 stays the same, but this minus turns to plus, and the 4 changes to -4. Well, when we take a -6 and combine it with a -4, we're going to use these rules, we get a -10. That's the answer to the subtraction problem, -10. Let's try one more. Make sure you're copying down the notes on the blank back side of page 11. 7 minus 19 equals blank. Well, we know this is a +7 and we know this is a +19. In order to subtract, we have to KCC, keep, change, and rewrite the problem like this. +7, and it's going to become plus, and flip +19 to its opposite, -19, equals blank. Once again, one last time, use the rules for addition to combine a +7 and a -19. We subtract the two quantities and we get a -12. That's the answer to our subtraction problem. The key to subtraction is rewriting it as an addition problem. Once you do that, it's easy to answer the question. Now, let's take a look at our subtraction page. Let's start with the first problem. In fact, above each problem, can you write keep, change, KCC, KCC. Pause the video and write that above each of the problems. Now that you've labeled each of the problems, let's do a rewrite. Here we go. This 6 is certainly a +6. Keep +6, change subtraction to addition, and flip that -8 to its opposite. We have a +6 plus a +8. We get 14, +14. Let's move to the next problem. Here, we have to do the rewrite. -2 is keep, change subtraction to addition, and this is a +3. So it flips to its opposite, which is a -3. A -2 and a -3 make -5 equals T. Let's try another together. Number 3, y equals, the -8 is a keep, plus subtraction changes to its opposite, and a -10 changes to its opposite. As you combine a -8 and a +10, you need to subtract. You get a +2, or just 2. Now let's look at the rewrites on the next line of problems. Number 4 should read 9 plus, now this +14 will flip to its opposite. Go ahead and figure out the answer to this one on your own. Number 5, let's rewrite. We'll give you time to work. S equals, keep the +36 plus, and then the -12 will flip to a +12. Here, you're combining together two positive values. And finally, on number 6, that 12 is now a +12. When we do the rewrite, we keep the 5, subtraction becomes addition, and we get -12 equals F. Here, you're going to combine together one positive and one negative. Pause the video and complete this section. When you're ready, turn the video back on and check your work. Please pause the video now and complete problems 1 through 15. Let's check your work. For number 4, give yourself a C if you have a -5. For number 5, positive 48. For number 6, -7. For number 7, give yourself a C if you have positive 23. For number 8, you should have a -22. For number 9, a -13. For number 10, you should have -20. For number 11, positive 21. For number 12, positive 36. For number 13, a positive 30. Give yourself a C. For number 14, a positive 31. And for number 15, you should have gotten a positive 64. Let's try the bottom and work with some expressions. As you can see, at the bottom of the page, you've been given a let statement. Each value has been defined for you. It states, evaluate each expression, let R equal -6, S equal positive 10, and T equal -8. It's your job to put the values into each expression and then apply the rules for subtraction and funnel it down until it's one value. Let's start with number 16. R is -6 minus, and that, of course, is a positive 8. But because it's subtraction, you would keep change, and rewrite it as -6 plus a -8. A -6 and a -8 funnels down into one value, -14. Let's try one more, and then you can complete the rest on your own. We're going to do number 17. It says T minus S. -8 is T minus 10. And let's not forget, that's a positive 10. Keep change. A -8 plus a -10. As you take the sum of these two numbers, we get a -18. Complete the rest of these problems on your own. When you're done, turn your video back on and check your work. Pause the video right now and complete the 4 remaining problems. For number 18, give yourself a C if you got -6. For number 19, you should have gotten -2. For number 20, you should have gotten positive 18. And for number 21, a -16. This concludes the review of subtracting integers.